talking about structures, I hear that you have over 230 structures now, which you have developed and reworked over the years. Why do you need so many structures?
A teacher doesn't need 230 structures to be very successful, to make a profound difference in their classroom. With one or two structures, you can make a tremendous difference. Instead of asking a question and getting one response from one student, you might take a question that has many answers, and instead of, say, calling on 3 students, each giving one answer, with a rally robin, you have every student in the class give several answers in the same amount of time. In the traditional, it's always the high achievers. And in the rally robin, it's everyone. So when we test them at the end of the school year, in the traditional, the gap between the highs and lows, everybody's learning, but they're learning at different rates and the gaps increase. Because everybody's participating with our structures, everybody's learning more, but we're closing the gap because everybody's participating. So with just that one structure, we make a huge difference. But any one structure is limited in what it can do. For example, Rally Robin is great for an oral list. If we want a longer response, we want a time pair share. Now, the more you study the brain, you find out that the brain is mini-modular, and for example, induction occurs in a different part of the brain than deduction. And if we want to stimulate and grow that part of the brain, we need a very different structure. For example, inductive reasoning, we do find my rule. Deductive reasoning, we do logic lineups. And literally, while we're doing that structure, we're developing synaptic connections in different parts of the brain. And don't we want all parts of the brain developed? So we look at all kinds of different structures. Some are good for recall, some are good for episodic memories, some good for semantic memories, some good for procedural memories. So we have different objectives, call for different structures.